Foxy there, can't wait to get on the ice. And here they are. KC Hockey Club on the ice. Quarterfinals and bracket play. Kansas City, the home team, 3-0 in pool play. Top seed in the A bracket facing the 4th seed in the B bracket. Texas Warriors in the all-blue sweaters. KC in the all-white sweaters. KC finds their way in the quarterfinals with a 3-0 performance, undefeated. 2-0 victory in the last game. 9-2 victory the previous game. 3-2 in their first game. A win tonight sends the KC Hockey Club into the semifinals tomorrow. Bracket play starts tonight for all teams, but only the winners advance. The winners will advance tomorrow to a Final Four. 9-ish games, followed by a 2 p.m. championship for the winners of the morning games. Lose tonight, and your tournament's over. Win tonight, you move on to Monday. KC alternating goalies. Stutzer will likely get the start. Haven't seen the stat sheet, but looks like Stutzer's in net taking most of the warm-up. Eager with the shutout. Outstanding performance earlier by Eager with the shutout 2-0 victory in the final game of pool play. KC alternating goalies every match. If all goes well, potentially 2 games tomorrow. A few highlights so far from the weekend. Shutout by Eager in the previous game. Outstanding effort in net. Prior to that, the day before, a 1-shift hat trick by Jackson JC. All 3 goals in under a minute. Outstanding performance by Jackson. And a little showboat. Wyatt Hargadine had the Michigan goal. I believe it was the 9th goal in the 9-2 victory versus the Houston Wild. Flipped it up on his blade behind the net, tucked it in for the Michigan goal. Boys are having fun, having a good weekend. Let's see what they can do tonight against the Texas Warriors. about ready to get underway here. KC going with their standard starting lineup. Smith to take the face off. Barron and McClin on D. Allender and Bakhtar are your wingers. And we're underway. Warriors control the face-off. They chip it ahead, but turned right away by McClin. McClin chips back in the neutral zone up for Smith. Looking for Smith, but picked off by the Warriors. Neutral zone turnover. Bakhtar returns the favor, picks it back off, sends it over to Barron. Barron off the sideboards, bangs it down, right on target. Goalie decides to cover it up. Streaking forwards for Kansas City, right on target. Warriors covered up. We'll get a face-off here, just outside the Warrior goal. Do my best here to zoom in. Try not to get it too zoomed in when I come back to the near side. I know it's kind of far down there. KC wins a face-off. Barron back to the point. Shot right on target. Loose puck in front. Try to chip in. Banged away right on the pads, but covered up by the Warrior goalie. Another face-off coming. Quick shot by Kansas City from the point. Face-off won by KC. Back to the point. McClin trying to play it back down low to Hargadine, but chipped out by the Warriors. Sent right back in. Kansas City shot by Hargadine right on target. Saved by the Warrior goalie, and he hangs on to it. We'll get another face-off here. Face-off on the far side. Hargadine take the face-off. Howard on the wing, along with JC. Play back to the point to Barron. Barron with a shot. Just off target behind the net. Chipped out by the Warriors. Trying to kick it out of the zone, I should say, but McClin keeps it in. McClin back down low to JC. JC tips around to Hargadine. Hargadine looking to set something up behind the net. Plays it back through his legs. Buys a little time. Over to JC. JC trying to find some space. Right to the slot, backhand shot just goes wide, looking for Hargadine or Howard on the point there, on the wing there, far side of the net. Howard spins around, trying to buy some time and get it over an open space. Shot right on target, over to Hargadine for the rebound, but kicked aside by the Warriors defender. Hargadine trying to play to the corner. Corrals the puck, trying to get it passed back to the point, but picked off by the Warriors. Kept in by Barron though. Barron picks up a loose puck, fires it down low. Loose puck picked up by Hargadine, skates around, trying to get in the slot for a shot. Loose puck kicked out by the Warriors defender. Warriors break it out, across the blue line. Back to McClin. McClin chips it back momentarily, but picked up by a Warrior player across the blue line. Good poke check there by Smith, fresh off the bench. Warrior player gets through some traffic around the face-off dot behind Stutzer. Picked up by Barron. Barron tries to skate it out. Poke check away by the Warrior players. Chipped ahead to Allender though. Right back in. Barron will chase that back down to the zone. He'll circle behind Stutzer. Hits the brakes. Buys some time. Plays it over to Wiseman. Landon Wiseman picks up the puck on the blue line. Skates it in the neutral zone. Across the red line. Chips it ahead looking for Allender. Face off, controlled by the Warriors. They play it around the sideboards. Phillips on the ice with Wisner. Chips it ahead across the blue line into the zone. Penalty coming up. Smith will go off the ice here. Looks like a penalty on KC. Smith will serve a minute and a half minor. KC goes on the penalty kill. Brings the face-off back down to Kansas City zone, just outside Stutzer. Controlled by Kansas City. Wisner chips it ahead to his brother Logan Wisner. Logan Wisner across the blue line through some traffic. Plays it back to his brother Landon. Hits a ref skate. Shot right on target by Landon Wisner. Kicked aside by the Warriors goalie. Defender picks it up. Outlet pass to right winger. Too far though, and Phillips with a poke check to return that Back to the blue line momentarily, but chipped right back in. Warrior with a shot. Right winger with a shot. Right defender, I should say, with a shot. On target, but kicked aside. Logan Weisner plays it back to the point. Kicked back out by the KC defense and all the way back down across the blue line. Into the Texas zone. Texas will circle behind their own net. Play it back up the near boards. Next their own zone in neutral zone. An errant pass picked up by Logan Weisner. He sends it right on target. Bouncing shot turned away by the Warrior goalie. 29 seconds remaining in the penalty to Smith. Fresh legs on the ice for KC. Howard on the ice with Powell. Allender. Allender picks up the puck, dumps in the zone, right on target, kicked aside by the Texas goalie. Howard and Allender in the corner trying to pick up the loose puck. Kicked out by Texas. Texas across the blue line. Hill goes down hard, trying to poke check the player. Howard goes into the boards hard. Back on his feet, loose puck picked up by Smith. Smith out of the box, penalty over, 5-on-5 hockey for Kansas City. 7 shots KC, 0 shots for Texas. Poke check by Myers at center ice. Good job by Myers. Or Smith, I should say. Smith with the poke check at center ice. Hill will run that down behind his own net. Hill and Powell on D. Hill hits the brakes, plays it up to Howard. Howard chips it ahead, just out of the reach of Myers. Poke check by Howard. They keep that play alive. Myers takes the player down on the blue line. Loose puck picked up by Howard. He plays it back to Powell. Powell on the far side across the blue line. Gets tripped up right when he crosses into the zone. He gets tripped up. Looks like a penalty will probably be on the Texas Warriors player. He heads to the penalty box. KC goes on the power play. 9:04 remaining in this first period. Scoreless tie. Face-off will come back down in the Warriors zone. Face-off controlled by KC. Landon Weiser on the point. He'll pinch down low. Circles around behind the net, trying to get a centering pass. Picks up the loose puck again. Back to Hargadine. Hargadine back to the point for Barron. Barron with a shot. Just wide right. Loose puck in front. Howard shot up, but just a little bit wide to the right. Picked up by KC. Back to Hargadine. Hargadine around the crease, trying to get in some traffic. Get a penalty here. Looks like Texas Warriors will get a second penalty. Tripping call with 1:02 remaining on the first penalty. Warriors send a second player into the box. KC 5-on-3 for the next minute 2. It's off controlled by the Warriors. They send it around the far side, but JC picks off the pass. JC plays it back to the point to Barron. Barron backhands it back down low to JC. JC lets it slide under his stick over to JC. Back to Weisner, back to Barron. Shot from Barron, goes behind the net. JC and Howard behind the net, trying to dig it out. JC picks up a loose puck, taps it over to Howard. Howard trying to play around the net, back in front, right in the crease. Loose puck, kicked out by the Warriors defense. JC picks it up, trying to slide it back to Howard. Warriors clear it back all over the point. Shot right on target. Barron with the shot. Loose puck dug out by Howard. Howard trying to send it back to the point. He sends it back to Barron. Shot coming from Barron. Right on target. Kick saved by the goalie. Texas goalie kicks it into the corner. Landon Weisner trying to dig it out. He does. Loose puck right in front. Shot. JC with the one-timer. Just shot it wide. Good pass by Landon Weisner. Right on target, JC, and JC just barely missed it. 22 seconds remaining in the last penalty. It's 5-on-4. Still a man advantage for KC. JC rolling his head back as he gets into the bench there. So close, near miss. Good puck movement by KC. Matt Stevenson and J.S. Dixon on the bench for Kansas City. 7.5 minutes remaining in this scoreless first period. Another penalty at that stoppage there. I didn't see the call, but another penalty for the Texas Warriors. KC back on a 2-man advantage, 5-on-3. Fresh minute 30. They have player 0 written on the, or showing on the scoreboard, so maybe a bench minor, too many men on the ice, or something of the sort. Back to Landon Weisner, loose puck. Chipped out eventually by the Warriors. Barron will reset back in his own zone. Long outlet pass. Weisner tries to chip it over to Smith. Smith with a good stick check. Right in front. Loose puck in front. Backhand shot by Smith. Kicked aside. Warriors trying to clear it out. Comes all the way back to the blue line and over the blue line back in the KC zone. Barron running after it. Barron plays it off the boards looking for Landon Weisner. Weisner chips it ahead to Smith. Smith with the outlet pass. Looking for Logan Weisner just out of his reach. They waved the icing off as it was tipped. Warriors chasing after it in the near corner. Play it back down low, trying to clear it out. Goes off a Warriors player. Back to the point. Barron corrals it. Shot right on target. Kicked aside by the Warriors goalie. Picked up by Logan Weisner. Logan back to his brother Landon. Landon plays it back down low. Right off a Warriors player, hit him in the chest and settled. Smith with a wraparound. Smith tries to stuff it in the wraparound. Picked up by the goalie from Warriors. The Texas Warriors goalie covers it up. We get a stoppage in play here. 18 seconds remaining on the second penalty of the Warriors. The first one had expired. Still 5-on-4 for 18 more seconds. Argonine take the face-off. JC and Howard are your wingers. Hill and Powell on D. KC controls the face-off. Howard plays it back down low, looking for Argonine. Argonine buys some time. Circles it down below the net, looking for JC. JC picks up the puck. Plays it back down low for Argonine on the other side. Argonine back to Hill. Hill on the point. Shot. Glove save. Knocked it behind the net. Loose puck bounces back in front. Argonine picks it up. Just under 6 minutes remaining in the scoreless first period. Tracy and Hill chasing after, but eventually cleared out by the Warriors. Hill picks up a loose puck, tries to send it across the ice, but bangs off a Warriors player. Warriors through the neutral zone. Good move by the Warriors. Can't get through the traffic though, looking for a shot. Hill in a battle here with two Warriors in the near corner. Eventually chipped out. Bakta picks up the loose puck. Bakta skates it across the blue line. Bakta's through the neutral zone across the red line. He'll bang it down low, try to bang it down in the offensive zone, but picked off by the Warriors. Warriors try to get a shot off, but Bakta picks the pocket. He's headed the other direction. Across the blue line. D-to-D pass. Brown in pursuit there in the far corner. Brown and Bakta. Brown plays it, or Bakta plays it back to Brown, right over to Smith, right in front. Loose puck, kicked aside. Shots right now in the first period. 12 for Kansas City, 0 for Texas Warriors. Phillips plays it over to Powell. D-to-D pass. Powell across the blue line, gets through some traffic, looking for a shot by the face-off dot. Poke checked away before he could pull the trigger. Powell plays it right in front, backhand by Brown, right in front and covered up by the Warrior goalie. Action after the fact. Foul goes off for KC. Another player goes off for the Warriors, offsetting Miners. Still play 5-on-5 hockey here. Dungy takes the face off. Myers and Weisner are your wingers. Phillips and Landon Weisner are your defensemen. Face-off controlled by the Warriors momentarily. Poke checks by KC, though, trying to disrupt that. Warriors send it out of the zone. Good poke check by Landon Weisner. Puck comes back to Phillips. Phillips trying to set something up. Long sauce pass looking for Myers on the far boards. Chip back and forth by the defense. Loose puck comes up to the Warriors on the face-off dodge. Shot right on target, saved by Stutzer. Kicked into the corner. Logan Weisner picks up the puck. He'll circle around behind his own net. Logan Weisner skates it out. Through the crease. Backhand pass up to his brother Landon Weisner. Just off target. Pass intended for Myers. Picked up by the Warriors. McLean eventually sends it out. Foot race here for Logan Weisner. Logan Weisner picks it up. He's all alone. Logan Weisner tried to get a shot on that, but it might have been poke checked by the defender before he could pull the trigger. Loose puck back to the blue line. McLean plays it over to Barron. Barron with a quick shot. Stick save by the Warrior goalie. Goes into the near corner. Pass back to Smith. Smith trying to get some separation. Tied up in the corner, and it's picked up by the Warriors defender. Loose puck through center ice, picked up by the Warriors. They streak across the red line into the zone. Tie up here, the big scrum, and Allender kicks it out. Poke check by Allender sends the puck into the far side, into the Warrior zone. 14 shots for Kansas City, 0 so far for the Warriors. KC trying to convert one of these. Lots of pressure early on, but no goals yet. Backhand clear by the Warriors, picked up by Barron in the neutral zone. Warriors player runs into Barron. Barron gets the better of that contest. Warriors streak the other direction. 2-on-3. KC has numbers. Shot wide. Knocks the stick out of the hand of Stutzer. Stutzer has no goalie stick. Argadine picks up the loose puck behind his own net. He skates around traffic. Over the blue line. Long outlet pass picked up by Allender. Allender all alone. Breakaway for Allender. Shot saved by the Warrior goalie. Good outlet pass from Argadine to Allender, and a great save by the Warrior goalie. Keeps the score 0-0 with just under 2 minutes remaining in this first period. Face-off controlled by the Warriors. They chip it up and over the blue line. Hill runs that back for KC. Hits the brakes in the far corner. Evades one defender, trying to play it around his own net. Plays it back to JC. JC trying to chip it up and out of the zone. Poke check by the Warriors. Picked up by the Warriors in the neutral zone. They'll jump right back in. Landon Weisner with the poke check. Sends it on the stick of JC. JC breaking out with Argadine. JC trying to catch up with the puck that's ahead of him. He does. He corrals it. Looking for a centering pass. He'll carry behind the net with a wraparound right in front. Looking for Howard. Loose puck in front. Landon Weisner. Shot. Score. Landon Weisner with a shot right in the slot. Buries it on the left side just inside the post, and KC up 1-0. Great pressure there as KC took it around the net. Stayed with it. Loose puck came right in front of the slot, and Landon Weisner buried it inside the left side post. KC up 1-0. Minute remaining in this first period. Kansas City with an early lead. Landon Weisner playing it up for JC. JC trying to find Argadine just out of his reach. Kicked back by the Warriors, but picked up by Landon Weisner again. Landon Weisner over the blue line. Shot from the face-off dot. Glove saved by the Warrior goalie. He'll hang on to it. Good pressure by Kansas City now, converting one of their 17 shots into a goal now. 17-1 shots in favor of Kansas City. Face-off controlled by KC. Landon Weisner with a shot from the point. Goes in the near corner. Argadine trying to chase it down, but picked up by the Warriors first. Warriors played out for the right winger. They break across center ice, across the red line into the KC zone. Shot blocked by Phillips, doesn't get through. Off the shin guard of Phillips behind the net. Loose puck kicked out from blue line, but not out. Kept in by the Warrior left defenseman. Phillips kicks it off in the corner. He sends it over to Hargadine. Hargadine sets up shot behind his own net. Plays it over to Phillips. Phillips looking for an outlet pass. Cross ice pass to JC. JC picks up the pass to the blue line through the center ice, across the red line. Poke check, tripped up by the Warrior player. JC loses an edge, no call. And that'll do it for the first period. Apologize there, I didn't get the clock going, but that was the end of the first period. KC will take a 1-0 lead into the second. Shots 17-1 in favor of KC. As they head into this second period of the quarterfinal match. A win tonight sends him into the Final Four on Monday. Loser in bracket play on Sunday evening goes home. The tournament's over. Final Four tomorrow for all the winners. Teams will flip the ice here. Second period about ready to get underway. KC controlled the face-off initially, but turned away by the Texas Warriors. McClellan picks it up at middle ice. Sends it back to Barron. Barron with the shot. Off target high over the glass. Caroms around back to the point. Bacta picks it up on the near side. Fans on the shot. Kicked away by the Warriors. McClellan will reset. McClellan waits for everybody to get back on side. Plays it back to Barron on the far side. Kicked out by the Warriors. One-on-one with McClellan back. Bacta back checking. Allender is in support as well as Smith. 4 KC players back there. They've separated the puck from the Warriors player. We'll get a trip here. KC should go on the power play here. A couple players went down right on the delayed whistle, but initially the call was a Texas Warriors penalty. And that's who does go to the box. KC goes on the power play. A little over 13 minutes remaining in this second period. Hargadine to take the face-off with JC and Howard on the wings. KC wins a face-off. Back to Barron on the point. Barron playing it over to Weisner. Just out of his reach. Weisner plays it back down low to JC. JC back to Weisner. Weisner with a shot. High, might have hit Howard in the head. Looked like it on the shoulder or the head, but kicked into the corner. Didn't get on net. Dug out by JC. Kicked back to Weisner. Weisner back down low to JC. JC back to Weisner. Top of the face-off circle. Shot by Weisner looking for a Hargadine backdoor one-timer. Just misses. Shot right on target by Barron, but kicked aside. Back checking is Weisner and Barron. Short-handed opportunity. Get a tripping penalty here on Weisner. KC will touch it up.
Blew a tire, ref! Blew a tire!
Kind of looked like the Dallas or the Texas Warrior player lost an edge, but nevertheless, Weisner will go off. Tripping penalty here. That'll even things up 4-on-4 for the next 47 seconds. And then Texas will have the man advantage. Face-off controlled by Kansas City. Powell picks up the loose puck, circles it around his own net. Tried to play it up and out of the zone, but picked off by the Warriors momentarily, but it eventually chipped back out. Smith with a great forecheck effort here. Smith in a battle. Allender here in support as well, trying to dig it out of the near corner. Loose puck right in front. Shot. Score. Looked like Smith had it. Smith had his arms up. Smith had his arms up. I think Smith made the initial goal, but not sure. Bounced back out and someone tucked it back in. Looked like the play continued for a minute there. Smith was celebrating with his arms up. Thought the goal was good, but play continued. Check the replay on that. Not sure who they'll credit with that. We'll check that later, but KC goes up 2-0 and an even strength 4-on-4 goal. Powell and Logan Weisner are your forwards. Howard to take the face-off. Hill back on D. It's like they're discussing potentially who got the goal. It's on the board. It's recorded. 2-0 KC. I'm not sure what the referees are discussing. It did look like Smith may have had the early goal. Had his arms up in celebration. Now they're talking to the opposing coach. Not sure if the question is whether it was a goal or who scored the goal, but face off at center ice, 2-0 on the board. Goal stands. Face off controlled by KC. Howard sends it up on the winger, looking for Weisner. Weisner right in front. Just lost the handle right through the crease. Picked up by Howard. Loose puck picked up by Howard. Circles around, face-off dot. Lost the handle in the far corner. Play it back to the point. Trying to be kept in right there at the point on the blue line. Picked up by Howard. Good job by Hill to keep it alive, and Howard digs it out. Circles behind the net. Howard trying to set something up, looking for a wraparound shot right on target. Right under the leg pad, they blow the whistle. Puck was loose under the left leg pad of the Warriors goalie, but they blow it dead. Face off just outside the Warriors goal. Smacked ahead by Powell. Powell to Smith. Smith takes up the loose puck around the face-off dot. He'll circle on the far face-off dot behind the net. Trying to get some space there. It's poked away, though, by the Texas Warrior defender. Chipped ahead by Hill back behind the net. Smith chases after it. D to D for the Warriors players. Bach to try and play it back to the point, but eventually chipped out by the Warriors. Chipped back in by, I think, Allender right there and went over the bench. Into the KC bench. We'll get a face-off here at center ice. Smith takes the face-off with Allender and Bach on the wings. Barron and McClin are your defenders. Loose puck on the near side. Big scrum on the near boards. Dug out eventually by Smith. Smith trying to chip it in. Comes back to Bachta. Bachta taps it over to Smith. Smith back to Barron. Barron trying to get a shot off. Chipped away by the Warriors. McClin will run that down in the zone. Circles around the face-off dot. Outlet pass. Back to Allender. Allender across the red line. Dumps it in. Smith picks up the loose puck behind the net. Circles around, back to Barron. Shot right in front. Loose puck trickles by Bachta. Allender and Bachta trying to get a stick on it. Just trickled wide. played back to the point. Shot from the right point by Barron. Doesn't get a good stick on it. Poke check in front, shot wide. Allender picks up the loose puck. Allender plays it back down low, looking for Smith. Texas beats him to it. And Barron plays it back down low. Back out to the point. Barron sends it right back in. Bakta picks up the loose puck, trying to play it down low, looking for Smith. Warriors eventually clear it out, and Allender will reset. Allender with the sauce pass over the blue line, looking for Smith. Smith digs it out on the far side. He'll circle behind the net, looking for a centering pass. Nobody home, but it comes back to the point for Barron. Barron with a shot. Hard shot, blocker saved by the goalie, goes into the near corner. Comes back to the point again, another shot by Barron off the crossbar. Barron hit the crossbar from the blue line. Myers digs it out of the corner. Myers and Howard back there to support Brown as well. Eventually the Warriors dig it out and they cross the blue line into the neutral zone. Pass up the blue line. Shot goes wide, off target, left of Stutzer. Loose puck picked up in front by Howard. Howard loses the handle momentarily, picked up by McClin. McClin plays it over to Brown. Off the boards for Brown. Brown will chase it down. Crosses over the red line, and that'll be an icing call. Bringing the puck back in the Kansas City zone with 8:43 remaining in this second period. Face-off controlled by Kansas City. Landon Weisner skates it out on the left side or the right side, over the red line, over the blue line. He pull up short, sends the puck behind the net. Picked up by Howard. Howard trying to look for a centering pass, goes right in front of the crease, loose puck. Can't find the handle. Howard picks up the loose puck after the shot that goes trickling through the crease. It's behind the net. Looking to play it in the center, looking for Brown. Good pass, Howard to Brown, but get tied up. No shot. Streaking across the neutral zone to the Warriors. Shot right on target, turned aside by Stutzer. Stutzer with the solid save, kicks it in the corner. Loose puck comes back to the left D. Shot blocked by Phillips. Phillips got a glove on it, kicked it in the corner. Never made it on target at Stutzer. Brown trying to kick it out, kept in by the Warriors. Goes down low. Phillips digs it out of the corner. Phillips plays it up to Brown. Brown picks up the loose puck. He taps it over to Howard. Howard streaking across the red line. Howard 1-on-2. Howard goes around one defender. Forced to the far side. Chipped away though by the Warriors. Right in front. Loose puck right in front. Back to Brown. Brown looking for the tuck it in, but covered up by the Warriors goalie. Good play there. Weisner and Brown trying to get something going there in the slot. Covered up by the Warriors goalie. Face-off controlled by the Warriors. Weisner, though, picks the pocket behind the net. Logan Weisner trying to get something going. Evades one defender, looking for a space. Plays it back to Allender. Kicked around the boards by the Warriors, up and out of the zone. One man back is Powell. Powell with a poke check, forces the Warriors player in the near corner. Warriors player resets, back to the face-off dot, trying to get a shot at another great stick poke check by Powell. Powell kicks it ahead to Dungy. Dungy streaking down the right side. Dungy through some traffic. Chip pass right in the slot, nobody home. Warriors send it the other direction. Good back check by KC though, and Allender picks the pocket. Allender sends it across the blue line back in the neutral zone. The Warriors will reset. Good forecheck presser by Weisner and Allender. Warriors across the blue line, shot right on target, covered up by blocked by Stutzer, almost covered up and kicked aside by KC. Shot from the left D, actually blocked by another Warriors player, doesn't get on target. Hill behind the net, trying to dig it out. Loose puck on the back of the net. Weisner there in support. Powell as well. Kicked aside by Hill. Loose puck right in front. Warriors almost had a stick on it. Went through the crease. Kept in the lefty. Dungy tried to smack it out. It's eventually cleared across the blue line. The Warriors will reset. Powell runs the loose puck down. Powell tries to slap it down and ice it. And he does. And that'll get a stoppage in play here with 5:35 remaining. KC gets a line change, a breather. An icing call brings the face-off back down to the Kansas City zone. Hargadine to take the face-off. Face-off initially won by Texas. Barron separates the puck from his man behind the net, though. They tried to send it out. Kept in the left point, or the right point, I should say. Picked off by McClin. McClin sends it up to Howard. Howard trying to chip it ahead to Hargadine. Hargadine just barely overskates it, but it's picked up by Howard. Howard across the blue line. He chips it through one defender. Howard all alone in the slot. Shot, blocker save. Back to the point. Picked up by Barron. Barron tried to chip it back down low. Back to JC. JC trying to set something up, but it's picked off by the Warriors. Warriors rush out of the zone, across center ice, across the KC blue line. Shot on target, blocker saved by Stutzer. McClin chips it ahead to Howard. Howard cross ice pass to JC. JC and Hargadine across the blue line. JC streaking down to the face-off dot. Shot over to Hargadine. Great pass from JC to Hargadine, just couldn't find the handle. Clearing attempt comes back to Barron. Shot by Barron, right on target. Glove save by the Warriors goalie. Good puck movement. Great passing by KC. Just missed it from JC over to Hargadine as Hargadine lost an edge right in the slot. Great puck movement by Kansas City. KC freshens up the lines. Smith will take the face-off. Myers and Bakhta are your wingers. Phillips and Landon Weisner are your defensemen. Warriors try to clear it out. Loose puck picked up by Smith. Back to Weisner on the point. Weisner plays it down low. Dug out by Myers. Myers taps it over to Weisner. Weisner goes in the slot, looking for a backhand shot. Just shot it wide. Good movement by Weisner there as he got around the defense. Backhand shot just wide. Got a penalty here coming up. Warriors player going to go off, it looks like. Battling with Weisner. Weisner got the better of him, and the Warriors player goes off for the penalty. KC goes on the power play. Power play unit on for KC. Hargadine to take the face off with JC and Howard. Hargadine wins the face off back to Barron. Barron over to Weisner. Weisner couldn't find the handle. He'll play it back down low. Looking for JC. Back in the corner. Texas picks it off. Plays it back to the blue line. And they clear the zone. Good back check, though, by Howard. He picks off the puck. Drop pass for Hargadine. Hargadine at the face-off dot. Shot right on target. Blocker save, or stick save, I should say, by the Texas Warriors goalie. And Howard picks up the loose puck. Howard trying to center it. He plays it back to JC. JC plays it back to Weisner. Shot from Weisner, blocked by the Warriors defenseman, or winger. Barron rushing back. Breakaway attempt, potentially for the Warriors, but a great back check by Barron. Barron, long outlet pass to JC. JC across the blue line. JC has Hargadine. Plays it over to Hargadine right in front. Just out of his reach. As he played it right through the crease. Good play by JC and Hargadine. Loose puck comes right in front, picked up by Weisner. Shot doesn't get through, hits the defenseman. Warriors trying to clear it out. They get it up the sideboards. Barron back checking. Weisner back checking as well. Barron separates his man from the puck. Long outlet pass over to Hargadine. On the far boards. Can't get through some traffic, but it's corralled by Howard. Howard and Hargadine. Across the blue line. Howard dumps it in low. Picked up by the Warriors, eventually cleared back out. KC on a line change. Hill intercepts that pass. Hill will get a trip right off the bench. Tied up his man right off the bench, and Hill gets the tripping call. KC goes on the penalty kill with 2:30 remaining in this second period.
Let's go, KC!
Smith to take the face-off. Powell and McClellan are your defenders. Smith and Allender are your wingers. KC tries to clear it out up the blue line, but not out. Shot blocked by Smith, clears the zone at least. Texas dumps it in, picked off by Powell. Powell clears it out across the neutral zone, across the red line. Powell's got some clearance here. Shot from Powell, blocker saved by the Warriors goalie. Kicks it in the far corner. Warriors pick up the loose puck, skate it through the neutral zone across the blue line. Powell back checking, a poke check there with McLean as well. KC tried to clear it out, tip, no icing call. Allender chasing after it, right on target. And the Warriors goalie decides to cover it up. Minute 43 remaining in this second period. Face off here in the Warriors zone. Warriors pick up the loose puck behind their own net, trying to play it out. Bachta pursuing. Weisner on the ice as well. 30 seconds remaining in the penalty to Hill. Weisner with a great poke check. Taps it back to Bachta. Weisner over the blue line. Shot from Weisner. Just wide left. Settles behind the net. Warriors pick it up. They'll play it out the left side. Up to the neutral zone. Good poke check by Bachta and Landon Weisner. Landon Weisner plays it over looking for Barron. Eventually chip back out. Just out of reach though. Picked up by Landon Weisner at the blue line. Or Logan Weisner actually. Logan Weisner chips it over to Smith. And Logan Weisner got tripped up. Get a penalty here on the Warriors. Just as the teams are back to full strength. Warriors go down a man. 5-on-4 for KC. Face off in the Warriors zone. Power play Kansas City. Hargadine to take the face off with JC and Howard. Barron and Landon Weisner are your D-man. Face off controlled by KC. They play it back to Barron. Barron plays it over down to Weisner. Weisner circles around, trying to buy some time. Back to Hargadine. Shot one-timer, glove save. Held on by the Warrior goalie. Good puck movement by KC.
Let's go, KC!
Go, boys!
Face off controlled by the Warriors. They'll circle behind their own net, D to D. Trying to play it out. Comes back all the way to the point. Chipped off of Landon Weisner's stick back to Barron. Barron corrals it at center ice. Plays it off the boards around JC and a couple defenders. Goes down low. Good poke check there by KC. Comes back to Landon Weisner. Landon Weisner back down to JC. Chip back to the point. Kept in by Barron. Barron chips it back down low to JC. JC looking for Landon Weisner, but picked off. Barron there to help out though. Plays it back to JC. Back to Landon Weisner. Shot kept in. Blocked and kept in right at the buzzer. Good job by KC to keep it in a few times after the clearing attempts by Texas, but couldn't quite get a shot off. 38 seconds. Can't make it the other end. KC controls the face-off. Barron rushing down across the left side. Shot, loose puck right in front, and they score. Barron with a great rush down the left side. Didn't have the clock going there, sorry about that. KC buries it on the right side there. Barron rushes down the left side. Initial shot saved by the Warriors goalie. Looked like Allender put it in. (3-0) KC early in the third period here. Myers rushing after it. Down low behind the net. Poke check by the Warriors though, separates it momentarily, but Brown there with some good support. Kept into the point. Weisner backhands it back in, trying to keep it alive. Picked up by Brown at the blue line. KC with a good pressure here early on in the third period. Myers trying to send it back down low. Chipped out eventually by Texas. Back the other direction. Poke check there by Phillips. Phillips picks up the loose puck. Phillips plays it back the blue line over to Weisner. Weisner cross ice pass. Picked off momentarily, but Weisner ends up with it again. Back over to his brother Landon Weisner. Landon Weisner across the blue line, down low on the right side. Little circle behind the net. Looking to play it back. Around the face-off circle. Shot. Save. Kicked aside. Brown trying to chip it in. Loose puck in front and covered up by the Warrior goalie. Face-off controlled by the Warriors. They'll clear the zone. Across center ice. Hill and Powell back on D. Poke check there by Powell, trying to separate the puck. Chipped right in front. Save. Scooped up by Stutzer. Great save by Stutzer as that puck came right in the crease. Bouncer, dangerous shot. Stutzer gloved it, covered it up, and hung on. Hargadine, JC, and Howard are your forwards. Hill and Powell are your defensemen. Powell plays it up to Hill. Hill up the left side, or to Howard, I should say, up the left side. KC in the Texas zone. Howard trying to play it around one defender in the far corner. He does. Loose puck picked up by Hargadine. Hargadine evades one defender, circles behind the net, trying to set something up. Loose front, right in front to JC, and he scores. Hargadine to JC, one-timer right in front. KC goes up 4-0. KC just pouring it on. Shot total so far, 32 for Kansas City, 6 for the Texas Warriors. KC converting 4 of those into goals. 4-0 your score with just over 12 minutes remaining in the third period. KC controls the face-off. They win it back to Powell. Poked away momentarily, though, by the Warriors. Warriors chip it ahead, trying to get into the face-off circle, but a poke check by Smith. He separates the puck. Smith plays it over to Powell. Powell behind his own net. He'll play it up looking for Dungy. He taps it ahead to Smith. Smith across the blue line. He's got Allender in tow. Smith hard charging around the net, centering pass right in front. Kicked out by the Warrior defense. All the way back to the neutral zone. Powell regroups. Sauce pass looking for Allender. Just out of his reach, and Texas chips it back in. Powell regroups. Tries to chip it back out. Dungy trying to clear it out. Kept in at the right point, or the left point, by the Warriors. Chip back in again to the left point by the Warriors. Dungy digs it out. Sends it back to Bakta. Bakta breaking it out. Bakta's got Powell and Allender in support. Bakta bangs it across the blue line. Clears the zone. Or it dumps it in the zone, I should say. For a line change for KC. McClin taps it ahead to Logan Weisner. Logan Weisner and Bakta. Brown in support. Logan Weisner circles behind the Warriors net. Sends it back to the point for Barron. Shot from Barron. Off of a leg of a Warriors defender right in the slot. Clearing attempt picked up by Barron. He taps over to Bakhta. Bakhta across the blue line. Cleared away by the Warriors, but Brown picks it off. Brown plays it over to Weisner. Weisner buys some time, drops it back to Barron. Shot from Barron, just wide right. Brown will pick up the loose puck, centering pass. Kicked aside by the Warriors defender, back behind the net. Brown digs it out, looking for another centering pass, but the Warriors dig it out across the blue line. Picked off by Logan Weisner, but they do clear the zone. Neutral zone, all the way through into KC zone. Shot off target. Again, knocks the stick out of Stutzer's hand. He lost the stick there. Loose puck behind the KC net. Weisner to Barron. Barron and Weisner in the battle back there with one Warriors player. Barron chips it ahead looking for Brown. Brown tries to chip it out, doesn't clear the zone. Barron rushes through some traffic. Chip back ahead from Brown to Barron. Up and over the net, over the glass. Get a stoppage in play here with 9.5 minutes remaining. Stutzer has time to regain his stick. Face-off goes down to the Warrior zone as they were trying to clear it. Shots 32-7 for Kansas City. Score 4-0. 9.5 minutes remaining in this final period. Warriors control the face-off. They clear the zone up to the neutral zone across the red line. They'll dump it in low behind Stutzer. Bangs off the side net, but Landon Weisner picks it up. Weisner buys some time, spins around, plays it over to Myers.
Come on, KC!
Myers trying to clear it out. Kept in, though, by the Warriors. Comes back to Phillips. Phillips plays it over to Landon Weisner on the far side. He chips it ahead to Dungy. Poke check, interrupts that pass. Smith dumps it in. All the way around the net. Into the near corner. Myers chasing after him. Myers and Smith with good support back there. They'll send it back behind the Warriors net. Warriors try to clear it out, but Dungy is there. Dungy picks up the loose puck in the near corner. Skates around trying to find Smith. Smith will dig it out, trying to find a centering pass. Interrupted by the Warriors. Scrum on the far boards there. Loose puck eventually comes out to Dungy. Dungy for a centering pass, looking at someone in the slot, but nobody home, and it's picked up by the Warriors. They'll break out the other direction. Smith with a great back check. Good pressure by Smith to interrupt that. Phillips and Dungy tie up a man. We're going to get a tripping call on somebody here. Looks like maybe Dungy goes to the bench, or the box, I should say. Dungy in the box for KC. 8:16 remaining in the game. Face-off controlled by KC. Hill spins around, fires, looking for Howard. Doesn't quite get it out. Hill ties up his man. Howard in the corner in support as well. Comes back to the right point. Shot, not on target. Picked off by Howard. Howard plays it ahead to Logan Weisner. Gets chipped back. Powell picks up a loose puck. Logan Weisner just across the blue line, but offsides. KC try to chip it across the blue line with one player in the zone. Offsides call. We'll do it again here. Face off controlled by KC. Hill will circle back around his own blue line. Hill sauce pass up through the traffic, but picked off by the Warriors. Warriors clear it back out. Powell sends it right back in, I should say. Kicked out by the Warriors. Hill sends it off the glass, back down in the Texas zone. Just over 7 minutes remaining in the contest. Hill jumps the pass in the neutral zone, across the blue line. Trying to pull it back to himself, look for an open man. Pass picked up, or a loose puck picked up by Smith. Smith dumps it down low. Bakhta picks off a clearing attempt, brings it back to himself, trying to find a shot. Poke checked away at the last second though by Texas. Smith and Bach were there. Had a look for a second, but poke checked away by the Warriors. Smith with a great back check. Loose puck right in front, shot wide. Hill with a good job to clear it out. Back to the neutral zone. Texas will reset. Just over 6 minutes remaining in the contest. Smith to Bakta. Bakta up to the point. Can't quite clear it out. Bouncer shot wide left. Kicked out by Dungy. Poke check momentarily by the Warriors, but tapped over to Powell. Powell across the blue line. Kept in by JC, right at the blue line. JC in the slot, gets around some traffic. Just got poke checked at the last second as JC was trying to pull the trigger. Looks like we'll get a hooking penalty here on the Warriors. KC goes back on the power play as JC was streaking through the traffic, got hooked. Draws the penalty. KC back on the man advantage. Hargadine to take the face off. JC and Howard on the wings. Weisner and Barron are your defenders. Face off won by the Warriors. Try to clear it out, and they do. Chipped it up and over the blue line through the neutral zone, all the way down to the KC end. Barron runs it down. Barron outskates some traffic. Evades one defender across the blue line through the neutral zone. Barron goes wide left. Down to the face-off dot. Shot. Blocker save. Kick behind the net by the Warriors goalie. Howard floats back on D. Tries to keep it alive. Chips it over to Hargadine. Eventually cleared out by the Warriors. KC resets. Landon Weisner over the blue line. Weisner down to the face-off dot. Trying to get something going. Backdoor shot. Pass over to Hargadine. Great look. Just couldn't pull the trigger. Hargadine back with another centering attempt right in front. Kicked away by the Warriors defenseman. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the contest. Clearing attempt by the Warriors. Picked off by Barron. Barron over the blue line. Back into the Warriors zone. Barron pulls it back to the slot. Loose puck right in front. JC with the shot saved by the Warrior goalie. There's a Warriors player down right in front of the crease. Didn't see what happened, but he still down after getting tripped up on the left side of the net. Quite see how it went down. "26 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Kansas City. Still down. He hasn't really moved from the position he fell in. Looks like he's now rolled over to his back. And he's up on his feet. And it's great to see. Looks like he's favoring a knee. ankle or a knee. He's definitely favoring one of his legs here, so good to see that it's not a head, neck, or back injury, but he does appear to be favoring one of his legs. .26 seconds remaining on the man advantage. 4:56 remaining in the contest. KC wins the face-off. They play it back to the point to Barron. Barron back down low to Landon Weisner. He'll circle around, buying some time. Cross ice pack. Over to Allender. Shot from Allender looking for Bakta. Bakta with a tip. Blocked at the last second by the Warrior goalie. Bakta digs it out, trying to play it behind the net. Allender chips around some traffic. Bakta centering pass, looking for Weisner. Full strength now, penalty is over. 5-on-5. Chipped away by Barron. Barron and Bakta chip it back ahead to Smith. Outlet pass intercepted by Weisner. Weisner across the blue line, looking for a shot from the face-off dot. Drop pass to Smith. Shot. Glove save by the goalie from the Texas Warriors. Good drop pass there to Smith. Smith took a shot, but good save by the Warriors goalie. Keeps it at 4-0. Shots now 33 for Kansas City, 7 for the Texas Warriors. Face-off controlled by Texas. Good pressure by Myers, though he separates the puck from the Warriors winger. Phillips playing it back over to Hill on the far boards. Hill trying to backhand it, overskated it. Phillips goes over and picks up the loose puck, trying to chip it back to the neutral zone, but picked up by the Warriors. Poke check there, though, by Phillips again. Back to Weisner. Weisner trying to skate through some traffic. Poke checked away. Hill will have to reset. As came to, oops, sorry about the angle there. Hill is back in the neutral zone. He'll dump it back in. Puck dug out behind their own net by the Warriors, but Myers with great forecheck pressure in the corner. He ties up his man. Chips it over to Logan Weisner. Logan Weisner trying to play it around some traffic, though, picked off by the Warriors. Warriors play it up and out of the zone across the blue line. Phillips is there to return it right back in the zone. Offsides as there was a KC player in the zone. Brown was still across the blue line as Phillips chipped it in. We'll get an offsides call. Face off at center ice. Smith take the face-off with Bakta and Dungy on the wings. McLennan and Barron are your defenders. KC controls the face-off. Bakta trying to play it back to McLennan, but picked off momentarily by Texas. KC skates around their own net, trying to clear it out, but kept in by Texas. Loose puck picked up by Barron. Barron rushing the other direction on the right side. Down to the face-off dot. Poke check away before you can get a shot. Barron plays it back to Bakta. Bakta spinning around, looking for an outlet pass, trying to play it back to the point to Smith, but picked off by the Warriors. Warriors rush to the neutral zone, coming the other direction. Shot blocked by Smith, doesn't get through. Loose puck picked up by Dungy. Dungy trying to skate through some traffic. Poke checked away, though. Bakta digs it out. Throws the bucket at some traffic. It's pinched up on the far boards. Warriors eventually jumping into the KC zone. Top of the face-off circle. Shot turned away by Stutzer. Loose puck comes back to the corner. Back to the point. Barron trying to chip it out to Bakta or Smith. Comes right back to Barron. Barron will skate it out. Barron skates it out. Across the blue line through the neutral zone. Barron down to the face-off dot. Looking for a centering pass. Looking for Dungy, but picked off. Good pressure by Howard to the blue line. Howard gets around some traffic, plays it back to himself, down to the face-off dot, trying to get a shot. Tied up in the near corner, picked up by Smith. Smith trying to spin around. Escape through some traffic. Still controls the puck, trying to play it over to Hargadine. Eventually chip back out by Texas. Powell back there in a good battle on the sideboards. Interrupts a potential rush there by Texas. Get a penalty coming here. They blow the whistle. Jax Johnson opens the door. Seemed to anticipate that. Jax Johnson, of course, not on the ice, nursing the injury, but likely to be back for Chicago, but working the door in the penalty box with the helmet on. Lets in his teammate, Logan Powell. Logan Powell goes off with a penalty here. Minute left in the contest, minute 18. KC down a man, killing a penalty here with just over a minute remaining in the contest. Texas trying to get it back to the point. Cleared out by Howard. Howard loses the puck, got tripped up. Texas regains control right at the blue line. Back in the KC zone, drop pass though, picked up by Howard. Hargadine picks it up, he'll send it off the sideboards, trying to find Howard. Just out of his reach, clearing attempt by Texas, picked up by Hargadine. Short-handed attempt, Hargadine dropped back to Howard. Howard the shot, crossbar down. Crosby Howard with the bar down shot in the far right corner. Short-handed goal puts KC up 5-0. Just under a minute remaining. Hargadine and Howard with good pressure there. Initial poke check by Texas Warriors separated the puck from Hargadine, but it dropped right into the slot for Howard. Howard picked it up and buried it. 5-0 KC. KC will advance after this game to the semifinals tomorrow. Game, I believe, is at 9:30 tomorrow. Final four game tomorrow for KC. Opponent to be determined. If they win in the morning, they'll play in a 2 p.m. championship. Only 4 teams advance to the Monday bracket. Texas trying to clear it out, kept in by Barron. Down to the face-off dot, shot. Leg pad save. And they'll run it off with a running clock here. And that'll do it. Kansas City wins it in their quarterfinal match. They're headed to the semifinals. 4-0 in the tournament so far. Second straight shutout as Eager gets a shutout in the early game. Stutzer gets the shutout in the evening game. KC moves to 4-0, 3-0 in pool play, 1-0 in bracket play. They move on to the Final Four tomorrow morning. No school for these boys tomorrow. Potentially done tonight if they would have lost, but since they win, they move on to the Monday games. The 9:30 game in the morning. Winner moving on to the championship at 2 p.m. Final tally on the shots, 35 for Kansas City, 8 for the Texas Warriors. KC with a barrage of shots, converting 5 of them to goals, allowing 0. Stutzer with a shutout. Undefeated moving into the Monday semifinal Final Four. Not sure who the opponent is. There are another set of games this evening to determine who moves on to the Monday games. KC with a dominating performance today, 5-0 in the evening match. Headed to the Final Four tomorrow morning. We'll see you Monday morning around 9:30. Opponent to be determined. 5-0 your final here from Dallas.